This video is for Chapter 3, Section 3.3 on the math activity multiplication with base 5 pieces. We're going to model whole number multiplication and we'll use base 5 pieces: the long flat, the long, and the unit. In question 1, we ask you to represent 2, 1, 3 with base 5 pieces. Then we're going to form the minimal collection when we make 4 groups of 2, 1, 3 base 5. And this will allow us to think about multiplication as repeated addition. I have 2, 1, 3 base 5 set up, and I'm going to make 4 copies of that. When I make those 4 copies, I've represented 2, 1, 3 base 5 times 4, but not the minimal collection nor the final base 5 numeral answer. That part is for you to do. In question 2, we ask you to continue this work and do more multiplications, all in base 5. In question 3, we think about a new concept. What happens when we multiply a base 5 numeral, for example 1, 3 base 5, by the 1, 0 base 5 numeral? Is it similar to what happens in base 10 when we multiply by 1, 0? When we think about 1, 0 base 5, that's a long, so that's 5 units. So when we go to multiply 1, 0 base 5 times 1, 3 base 5, it's important to first think about breaking up that long into 5 pieces. Then it's a little easier to think about. We need 5 copies here. So I need 5 copies of 1, 3 base 5, and then I will make a minimal collection, and then I'll be able to determine the resulting base 5 numeral that I get when I multiply 1, 0 base 5 times 1, 3 base 5. In question 3, we have you take that a little further and see what happens when you multiply 1, 0 base 5 times 1, 2, 3 base 5, and then think in general terms. In question 4, we'll switch to base 4. And we'll see if these same types of patterns hold. In a similar fashion, 1, 0 base 4 is a long, and if I split it up, I can think of that as 4 units. Then I can think of this multiplication as the repeated addition, where I get 4 copies of 1, 3 base 4, then form a minimal collection, and then write the resulting numeral. And finally, in question 5, we look at what may be a more familiar set of base pieces, and we multiply by 6 and determine the product. I hope you have fun thinking about multiplication and base pieces in Math Activity 3.3.